Here's how to become socially attractive as fuck. I've put together everything that I've learned, every book that I read, everything I've tried that has turned me from that shy, socially anxious, low confident kid in school with one or two friends that couldn't get no bitches into a confident guy that not only actively makes new friends but actually approaches and shoots my shots with the ladies. See, becoming socially attractive is actually easier than you think. A lot of people think that being socially confident and making people like you is just a personality type, or that once you read that one charisma book you will instantly become more socially likable. So they spend all their time consuming self-improvement content and reading self-help books looking for that magic answer. But you're not gonna find it. Trust me, I've tried. See, what you need is an action plan. An action plan that you can fit into your daily routine that contains everything you need to do or stop doing to take you from where you are right now all the way to the person you want to become. And this action plan is what I've put together from my past reading of several great self-help books coupled with my own experience. And if you follow it, it will be just the change you needed to implement that will turn your social skills from looking like this to this. So get a pen and paper, and here's how to become socially attractive as fuck. Action step number 3. Practice making others crave you. If you want to become socially attractive, you need to start making people feel so good when they hang around you that it's almost addictive. You need to make them crave just being in your company, that it almost feels stupid to see you and not say hi. And one of the best ways to do that is to make them talk about themselves. Now, a common mistake a lot of people make here typically goes like this. So, what do you like to do? I like to play the guitar. Cool. What made you want to learn the guitar? My grandma gave it to me. How is she? Like, what the f? Or it typically goes, what do you study? Business. Cool. I studied law. Mine goes blank. Yeah. This is probably the most average conversation in my college right now. Anyway, there were 2 issues with those conversations, and here's how you can avoid them during this action step. The first one is constantly asking your conversation partner a question about them and not reciprocating is not holding a conversation. And this not only makes you come off as weird, as they know you don't give a shit about the answers, but you're literally giving them an interview. And no one wants that. The second problem, running out of things to say, is actually the easier one to fix if you can change one thing. And that is to start using the responses they give you. For example, you ask him what he studies and he just says business. Now that is dry as fuck. But hold on, you can still revive this by cooking up some kind of personal opinion or experience with the response they give you. Like, I know my mom made me choose law, but hey, what got you interested in business? And then asking a question. That was the ping pong method. You take their responses, reply with an opinion, and then ask a relevant question by sharing more about you. And by sharing more about yourself, they naturally feel more comfortable to share more about themselves. That was action step 3. Make others crave you. Let that sink in. The next action step will focus on 3 common mistakes that are probably the reason your conversations flop and end up leaving you in awkward silences. Common mistake number 1. Taking things too seriously. And of course this depends on the context, but generally you don't want to be that guy that's always serious in conversations, gets into random arguments just to win, uses vocabulary he knows nobody understands. Just don't be that guy. This just makes you come off as rude and uptight, and no one's gonna want to hang around you if you make them feel insecure about themselves. Common mistake number 2. Speaking too fast. One of the fastest ways you can tell someone you have low self-confidence is to not speak up, to put your head down and speak quickly and quietly, because basically what you're doing is you're saying, please don't listen to me, my voice doesn't deserve to be heard, please don't laugh at what I'm saying, and please take over already, which is not what you want. You want to convey charisma and become socially attractive. So use your voice, don't lower your voice, and when you speak slowly and articulate your words. And the last common mistake is one that most people neglect, but is sometimes the most important one. And that is not smiling. Smiling not only naturally signals to the person that you're friendly and approachable, but it lightens up the mood and makes thinking of what to say feel so much smoother. But don't be that guy that's always smiling and laughing at everything even if it's not funny. Please don't. Now that we've talked about making people crave being around you and the most important mistakes to avoid, action step 1 will contain actionable steps to take day by day to improve your social confidence. Action step 1. Approach anxiety. If you don't get rid of that nervous feeling when you think of approaching and starting conversations with new people, then you can't really practice what we've talked about in the video in the first place. That's why it's the first thing in the action plan. You have to make it a habit to talk to at least one new person every day. Listen, you don't have to hold a long conversation or anything. As long as you approach and just make an attempt to start a conversation, it counts. The next action step you need to add to your daily routine is practicing small talk. And this is very important to becoming a socially attractive person, because if you can't hold a conversation, then you won't build that connection that makes them want to talk to you again. So the next time you're in a conversation, actually try to hold it using the ideas you've learned in this video. To make it easier, think of them as an old friend that you've just randomly ran into after years of not seeing them. Visualize it vividly, and suddenly your brain registers this person as already being part of your circle, and you find it 10 times easier to strike up a casual, familiar conversation. But now everything I've showed you in this video is basically enough to level up your social skills. But if you want to take it a step further and take it more seriously and advanced and level up your social skills way faster, then you need to check out my booking call. Thanks for listening to me, peace, and also join the Discord.